Okay, so I'm gonna try something. I tried screen recording this hand from Mega Hit Poker, but there was obnoxious chip noises in the background, and I don't know of any way to get rid of them because even if you turn the volume down and shut off the phone background noises, you still get them. So yeah, what I did is I uploaded this and then I just muted it, and we're gonna play through it. So this is a hand history. It was done in the special Omaha game mode. Omaha Hold'em is kind of like Hold'em. You get 4 hole cards and you get 5 cards dealt to the community. Series of 3, 1, and 1. But it's not like that Hold'em because you only can use 2 cards and 3 on the board. So let's just hypothetically say I only had the King of Hearts here and the board came out Queen, Jack, 10, 9 and of hearts and some other inconsequential thing. You might think, oh, that's a straight flush, but it's not. You have to use 4 cards on the board and 1 in your hand. You can't do that. Another thing about Omaha is that the average winning hand strength is a lot higher. Like, you're not going to typically win, especially multi-way, with a pair of aces unimproved. And since I expect that if I raise, you can only raise pot limit, everyone's going to call, I'd rather just limp like I would with pocket deuces and hold them and just see if I can get a good flop and rock it from there. If I do, if I don't, oh well, I can fold very easily. I kind of treat it like a set mining hand. I mean, obviously, if this was a more tight table, I would raise this. I think it's completely justified, but it's not. So it's sort of like, raise them if you can get heads up, don't if you can't. Plus, I do have a dangler, so it kind of sucks too. It kind of sucks in that regard too. So, limp, whole table to say, well, most of the whole table size limp. Then we get a maniac in the big blind who's been raising way too much to raise. And I see this as a good opportunity to limp back raise. Maybe turns my hand face up, but I do think that at least it gives me a chance to get heads up. And against this player, he's overplays a lot of weaker hands. I think that he will continue with a lot worse. And if I'm heads up, I actually have a chance of winning. Whereas, like, if I just call and all the people come along, I'm probably going to need to improve to win. I mean, it definitely would help to improve regardless, but I might have a chance of beating him unimproved if I can get it heads up. And the limp back raise works. Everyone else folds. The guy calls. And as you can see, there's hand. Like, I can't, unfortunately, shut this out completely. So you can see I'm actually playing in the background as I'm doing the hand history reviewer here. Dangler coming in clutch, improving me to 3 of a kind with an ace kicker. I only lose to 2 hands, and I do have a redraw to a flush as well. So obviously, especially with 36 million in the pot and 63 million behind, I'm getting it in here. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Checked the preflop raiser. I pot size bet it, which is the maximum you can do in Omaha. Pot limit Omaha for a reason. He check jams. Obviously, I'm going to call. If he has 6-5 or 6s, so be it. He does not. He has pocket 10s. I guess he just didn't believe that helped me, but I can understand that. But you don't even have like a heart draw or a straight draw to go with it. You just have a naked pair of 10s. Even if I do call with like a draw and overs, I probably still have reasonable equity. So I think he overplayed that. I think he could have folded. Could have also folded to the back raise as well, but he didn't, and I'm now in great shape to win, so I really don't have a right to complain. Turn improves me to a flush, but doesn't change anything. A 10 would still be fatal. All I can say is thankfully that heart was not one lower. Then the flush would be the worst thing in the world for me, and I'd be drawing to 3 outs to retake the lead with 5 and 2 aces. And Rivers of 3 doesn't change anything. Flush wins. And yeah, there's an Omaha hand. Maybe not the most interesting hand I've ever seen, but you got to start somewhere with a hand review series, I suppose. You can't always have straight flush over straight flush. If you start with that, you don't build up to anything, and there's no reason for people to come back.